So I'm still awake, quite awake. I don't even know what time it is because I've had a nap. So, is it? I didn't even know it was that time. But talking about numerology again, or however you say it, I just would like to say I've done a few videos today. If you've seen them, you know what I'm talking about with, numbers and letters. But here's a few more for you. Hiya, here's a few more I've been trying to shout out everywhere. Now, the guy that I showed you in the last post, Vincent Fusca, whatever his name is, I reckon he's the keystone. He's holding up that outside this time saying, Pennsylvania, saying something like, let me get the picture. This is just a few little codes that you can work out yourself, so don't just take it from me. Hiya, hola. Let me see, I don't know if I've got this. Yeah, there he is. But I'm not looking at him, I'm looking at what the board says outside. It's got a picture of Trump and it says, good luck, President Trump, in red writing, the movement will go on. Because everyone thinks Q's disappeared. Well, he's not. Pennsylvania, right? So this guy they're calling Vincent Fuscat, whatever his name is, if I've said it wrong. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to go and watch my past videos. So, let's see. Someone did mention this in the last video, so I did just Google it myself. I've just finished watching that video on the right side, and there are so many giveaways. Thank you. Right, you ready for this? Go and Google the name Vincent, and Google the meaning of Vincent, and then Google the meaning of Fusca. It means conquering dark. Q said dark to light. Conquering dark. Is that a coincidence? I don't think so. Then we've heard in the Q drops red sparrow. Well, here's a spin on red sparrow. Do numerology, whichever way you say it, I get confused. I've worked it out. I've wrote it down. I was doing the working out. So here, you don't use a you don't use the O, by the way. And red sparrow says red equals 18. 18 equals R. Sparrow equals 38, people. When JFK Jr. supposedly died, he was 38 years old. Boom. There's one. What else does Q always say? Where we go one, we go all. Where we go one, not the rest of it, you add that up with the numerology, I can't say it, sorry. It equals 18. 18 is R. He's been saying from the beginning, where we go one, we go all. Yeah, he was 38 when he supposedly died. Where we go one, it's just that part, not we go all. Where we go one is 18 equals R. Oh my God. I think boom as well, because it's always said boom. Let me see if I can work boom out while I'm sat here. If you don't know how numerology works, or whatever word you say, you really need to go and write it down and work it out yourself. So let's see. Boom is B is 2. B is 2. So 2 add O is 15. So 15 you have to it's the 1 and the 5 that you add together, because you've got to get it down to one number. So that's 6. Add 6. And M is 13. That's 4. Does that work? 12, 13, 14, 15. And it comes to 18. Thank you. Just put my head up. Boom is 18. 18 equals R. JFK Jr. JFK Jr. Boom. We've always said boom. What is the boom? The boom is JFK Jr. If you don't believe it, go and do some numerology by yourself. It's also in a lot of the Q posts, as I've just said. Boom. Where we go one is 18. Trump also, I said this before, Trump also, did he wrongly tweet something? I said this in my last post of Clay Higgins, Clay Higgins 18. I don't think that was a coincidence, people. You need to start using numerology. I've just been on a certain channel, whoop whoop, where you know where I go, where they're not talking about it yet, but somebody did say something about, we think we know something. We think we know what's going down, but we're not saying anything yet. I think some people on that channel know, but they don't want to let it out yet because they want to let people get their heads around some of the other stuff. That's what I think, because it just sounded very like, you probably do know, because everyone I've gone on Discord with and everything is not really talking about it. So now it's making me thinking maybe some people do know on there, not all of them, and they're just keeping it under wraps for now because I don't know if you know what I mean. But that's what I think, because it's sounding a bit odd. Yeah, it's just sounding a bit odd. I think somebody knows over there for definite, and maybe a few others have been told, but they're leaving it because they're trying to get other stuff out, because maybe people aren't on board with it yet, as in people in the comments and stuff. I don't know, but it just sounded a bit, not fishy as in bad, good, but I'm like, maybe I know you know, I know you know. I don't know, but Red Sparrow. So write down Red Sparrow, write down WWG1, and write down Boom, and do, I keep saying it wrong, the numerology on it, or whatever it's called. We don't use O's, but if you know how to do it, you can work it out. And like I said, the name Vincent Vuscat, or whatever that name is, I can't say it. The meaning is, and you can go and Google it and it'll come up. I was like, oh my God, because this person said they'd Googled it. It means conquering dark. That is not a coincidence that we've had that in a Q post saying dark to light. Hello. And the biggest thing to this number thing is, well, they're saying that, but also this, it could be, or it could be this month, because there's a lot of things going on this month. But you know, because it was the of his death last week, and we've been told July's meant to be a big month. But it's definitely going to be happening sooner or later, definitely this month or in a couple of months, but I reckon it'll be sooner. But we'll see, you know. But the biggest thing was, seeing as I'm not tired, was the Q post, where I keep saying it. If it's to do with numerology, or however you say it, I've said it before in the last video, this is a Q post. It says on here 613769. You are learning how many coincidences before it becomes mathematically impossible, question mark. Wait until you learn who has been talking to you here. Q. Does that make any sense with the number thing I've just been talking about? Coincidences before it becomes mathematically impossible. Someone's just been on Soapbox in chat, and I'm always putting things out on there, and people who are from there know I've been on there. My son's been on there because Gran Torino put a video up, and this person was like, who are you? I've never seen you in 9 months on here. I came onto the Q thing in January, and I am on there a lot, maybe when not some people are on, but I said people know of me on there, and people watch me on there from that channel as well. Scout Radio, Gran Torino. I spoke to Gran Torino yesterday. So yes, people do know me over there. And me and my son have actually been put on Soapbox by Gran Torino, a snippet of where my son is saying, go Trump. So yes, they do know of me. I'm not just someone who's just come on yesterday and trying to say, hey, guess what? I think JFK Jr. is alive. No, been on it since January. Maybe not since last year, but I've still been on it. Still doing deep diving and researching with my dad, because it was my dad that got me onto Q. And it's not just me saying this, it's adding up, and people in the comments are going watching the videos of where I've told you to look, and it is adding up. It's adding up. That's quite funny. It's all adding up, and like I said, you don't need to believe me of what me and people doing, looking at that. You can do it yourself and work it out, and it all works out. Can you do the one with 5 by 5? The Bible term, is that the one that I did? See, I'll tell you what, I've got all this sprawled out everywhere, right? Everywhere. There was a Bible term, and it was, I don't know if it was a 5 by 5 one. I know there was one where it was Let me see if I can find it. 8. Oh yeah, sorry. I did Vincent's name with also that was the meaning of Vincent's name. This was the numerology, whatever you call it, of Vincent's name. Only using the V and the F as the initials was V is 22. So you have to break it down to one number. So you split the 22. So it's 2 add 2 is 4. F is 6. So 6 and 4 is 10. We don't use the O, so it's 1. So I'm becoming obsessed. I know, with the Trumpmobile. Is 10. So that is 1. Oh, where did I go with this now? I always do this on this one. Oh yeah, sorry. So, oh no. Right, where am I going with this? I'm seeing I've got confused again. Right, V is 22. So split that. 2 add 2 is 4. F is 6. So 4, I did this in the last video. 6 add 4 is 10. We don't use the naught. So it becomes 1. So if you add 1 to 17, which is Q, that becomes R. And no, that's not the right one. Sorry, I've done that one. Where was the 8? Where was the 8 thing? The Bible thing. What was that about? Oh, that was the... Oh, sorry. That was the... I've got so many things written down. And sorry, that was the... I've got them in different books. That was the... Let's see which piece of paper it's on. That was the Bible thing was in the license plates on back of the Trumpmobile of Vincent the Conquering Dark. Was apparently Z. We'll do it on this. The man at the rally was not Vincent. No, yes, I know. We know that. We know JFK Jr. in the video stood next to his wife is JFK Jr. But some people saying some of the other pictures, still pictures, might not be him, might be something else. But we know that Vincent is JFK Jr., especially in the video plain as day, which I explained in the last videos. But on the back of the Trumpmobile, it says ZJF 5898. So Z is 26, split that. 2 add 6 is 8. 8 apparently in the Bible somewhere, not that I read the Bible, is means resurrection, and I think it's regeneration. So the resurrection, right, of JF, that's JFK Jr. Resurrection of JFK Jr. The 58 is, he's alive now. I think he's alive. He'd be 58 this year. Well, I don't know when his birthday was, but it was 58. He is 58. The 9 and the 8 left, split that. 9 add 8 is 17. 17 is Q. Q is validating that the resurrection of JFK Jr. at 58. So obviously it's this year this is going to happen. So, that was that one. So, yeah, interesting. They say, that we know that, we know people use all the signals that yes, thank you. They're, numbers are very important, and shapes, numbers, they're very important, how they put things out to signal things. That's what we're using it now. JFK Jr. has been using it. He's been using it all this time with Q, because as we know, he is part of the Q team, or even Q, because Q had to be there first to get us to question everything and get us to research, to get us on the ball with it, researching, and the next phase is R. I keep saying this. He's alive. I think he's alive. Maybe it'll come out that it's a farce, but I don't think it is, because there's too much out there. Lots of people are reporting on it now. It's not just me. When you look into the numerology thing, it's like, oh my God, everything adds to 18. Even back in the past, to do with Trump and different things, everything adds to 18. 18 is R. And the reason why we can say this, and it goes back in the Q post, if you actually look and do the numerology on stuff, like I've just said, Red Sparrow, where we go 1, boom, it's 18. he's been building this for years, obviously, and put it all together. It's a massive plan. You need to be like a mega genius to work all this out. JFK Jr. is alive. I don't know when it's going to happen. We know things are going to happen in this month because it was said. I mean, I do think a lot of things with Obama are going to happen in this month, like I just said in the last video, but it's coming, people. You know, if it's this month, the 11th, whatever, I think it's going to come sooner because we're on the ball of this now. I don't think it's going to keep going and keep going. Like Q's been on since last year. I think that our thing's going to be quicker. It needs to be because people are like, we need to see stuff. We know stuff's happening in the background. Ooh, can't see. Yep. November 11th. Yeah, well, I've heard about November the 11th, and is that the military parade? Is that what I'm thinking? But it'd be good if it was before, but you never know. It might just come out before. I don't know. But what I'm definitely saying is thank you. That's going to come out with new technology, military technology, I think. I'll boom you in Kenya. But yeah. I'll bomb you in Kenya. Yeah, he's in Kenya. Well, they can catch him better there. He's gonna be getting handed over. But the thing is, what I'm trying to say is, I do believe, like I said, if we're wrong, we'll come and say it. I do believe JFK Jr. is alive and well because I'm not being funny. You can see it in that video. Never mind all the drops and things adding up to he's there with the ruby cute over his head. Their cat was called Ruby. Go and Google it. Will JFK Jr. lead the band at the parade? Imagine. He'll be there with his Trump van and everything. I just don't know. That's the only thing is, what will happen? How amazing will it be to see, like, I don't know. Yeah, yeah. I mean, he could come a bit before, and other things could happen, and you've got all this big parade, and I'm hoping for it to be a world holiday, obviously, because not just for America, for everyone, because believe it or not, this isn't just about America. I mean, obviously it is, but it is globally as well because of all the other different things that connect and the global thing around the world. So, all of us are Anons and we're all helping from all over the globe. So we all need, the world will be celebrating because it is freedom for ages for humanity. There is a numerology software on the internet for free. It's really easy to do it anyway. All I do is, I've got it written down on a scruffy piece of paper. It'll be perfect. I just can't wait. It's like everyone's going to be thinking, what will it be? What will it be? Dead scruffy. You write the alphabet out and then you put the numbers. So like 1 is A, 2 is B, and you just go along like that, and that's how you work it out. And you don't use O's. We don't use, not the O's, we don't use the noughts, in the numbers. We don't need the noughts. But can you imagine, like, there's so many like scenarios you could think of that maybe that will happen. Yeah, World Day. There's going to be a world holiday, and forevermore that holiday will symbolize coming together. All races, everything, all that, men and women, religious, whatever, everything, and yeah, it'll be cool, and that'll just blow everything out of the water. Where Q, the plan to save the world, says religion, men and women fighting against each other, religions fighting against each other, races and that. It's all made and manufactured by the elites. That'll be blown out of the water. We all need to come together because we're all fighting this globally. So it needs to be a world holiday. Can you imagine? So if it's a world holiday, if any technology comes out, it will start off in America and it's got to fly around the world so we can all see it no matter what time or day it is at night. We'll be awake watching. It would be massive. You can use numerology to work forwards and backwards. Oh, can you? That's good. But that's what I'm saying. Don't believe what I've just said. Go and do it yourself and you'll be blown away at and go and Google the meaning of Vincent and then the meaning of what's his name? You know his name, the F name. The meaning of that, put it together. It says, what did I say? It says conquering dark. Is that a coincidence? That is not a coincidence. It's just great. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, I just don't sleep. It's because I had a couple of hours sleep before, so I'm up. So I've got to get myself back on. Oh, I don't know. But this is what it is when you're researching. You're just wanting to look at different things and then you come across everything. It's very tiring. We need a world holiday for about a month, us of who's been researching. Really. I need a job researching. I think it's fact all the Q pictures. Definitely. What if the world united in one thought and... Well, that's what it said, didn't it? The last video I did was uniting in thought because we all come from one consciousness. Once we're all on the same path of positivity, love and light and all that sort of good stuff, the evil will go because they can't feed off positivity. They only feed off negativity. Energies, aliens, whatever you want to call it, will be gone that day when the whole world wakes up. And that's why this big thing has got to happen to shake the world up. Q's here to shake the world up, to get you researching. The next phases are because everyone's going to be like, what? Then they're going to want to know the whole story of why JF Kennedy Jr. faked his death. Why did he fake his death? And then it all comes out. You know, all the other stuff with who's got to get arrested and all that, that's taking time. That, oh, my numbers are on 18 again. And number 5. Just makes me laugh. You know what that means, if you know what it means. We are one. Exactly, we're all one. That's why we're all connecting through, I mean, it's through the internet, but we're all connecting globally. We know what's going on. We're trying to put things together. We're all from one consciousness. So it's just brilliant. Thank you. No, just up north in the UK. But there's loads of us doing this. Like I said, it's not just me who's putting it out on here. There's loads doing it, loads more good channels. I'm just finding stuff to let you know where to look. To do the numerology yourself is brilliant. I mean, the boom thing, that's been going on since Q started and where we go 1. And it says equals 18 equals R. It's JF Kennedy Jr. Oh, my favourite letters in the alphabet are Q and R. Yeah, and individually as well. But you know what I mean about when we all line up with the consciousness of what's going on, we are all one. We know the truth. And the evil ones, you know, can't fake it anymore because we can see it. Once your eyes have seen something, they can't unsee what they've seen. New eyes, people. The truth is behind you, Trump. Yes, it was. Trump turned round at the rally and truth was behind him. What truth was that with the R over his head? Go and Google JF Kennedy's cat and you'll see the name Ruby. It just amazes me every day how he put this plan together. No, I don't. I need one, but I need one who's on the same level as me that knows about this. Otherwise, no, it's not happening. True, true, true. Exactly. It's just, that's why I keep saying people to say, oh, well, why didn't you come out with it earlier? To put this plan together, it had to take time to put this plan together. It's massive. And probably the people they've used, the things they've got into place, not just like, I don't know, you know, like, if the baddies have used actors and stuff like that, and maybe singers, and we know about Hollywood and all that, I'm sure there's some good people that are acting, and even in the Hollywoodness of it all, and even the films that are going out and stuff like that. But write it down. Where we go 1, as in WWG1, work that out. Do Red Sparrow and work that out, and do the boom. It's just amazeballs. They will go, yeah, the FEMA camps, when everyone's going on about that, they are going in the FEMA camps. The people aren't going in the FEMA camps. Them FEMA camps were made for those who have been corrupt and evil. They were going on about films like, oh, look at these FEMA camps. They were closing these down. They were going to put us in it. Maybe they were, but I'm telling you now, that's where they're going, to be held before they go into a proper place. They're going there. Evil has been dividing us forever, divided we... Yeah, well, that's what I've said. United we stand, divided we fall. That's why everything's done to divide through religion. Why a lot of religion is man-made. It's to divide us. You've got feminists gone wrong, hating on men to divide men and women. And then you've got race wars, white supremacy, Black Lives Matter and all that. No, we're all equal people. It's a load of rubbish. It's been done over time to divide us. History is a lie. They've kept us from the truth. There's bits of truth in history, but it's his story, as I keep saying. This is the time, the greatest time to be alive, they keep saying, because it is. Here comes the light and here comes the truth. And here comes JF Kennedy Jr. New eyes, people. Maybe we'll start dreaming again. I've noticed chemtrails over here. We don't get them as much as America, but they have stopped. And the sun over here has been brilliant. It's been really hot. People are programmed by TV, phones, and other tech. Our pineal gland is saturated with poison. It is. It's all to brainwash. The TV came in around late 1940s, 50s. It was all there to brainwash, and it's called television because they put things out in words. Television. Your pineal gland gets calcified with fluoride and stuff like that. That's why I always say I'm drinking distilled water. I've been drinking it for months. I have to agree with you, Dolly, about about doing the research and uploading stuff to my channel. It's emotionally draining for lots of ridicule and abuse. Exactly, I've had abuse. I've not had a lot. I've had abuse. I've had, I've got 2 kids as well. I'm researching. I'm tired. I only had 5 hours sleep last night. I'm not from America, but it affects the globe. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to do my best. I don't know why I made a YouTube channel 2 years ago, whatever it was. I've just always talked about positivity no matter what I've been talking about. I believe maybe that's why I was meant to come on here, because I started putting this out. This is not what I normally talk about. I've never been into politics or anything. The meaning of my name actually means gift from God. So there you go. And as I was joking before, 18 again. Is that you, JFK Jr.? My initials are JF. So if I adopted a second surname, Kennedy, I could be JF Kennedy. And the number at the minute at the top of watching is 18. And it says 5 with a thumbs up. Just makes me laugh. You were called upon. You never know. I mean, I'm only joking about it, but I'm a chatterbox. I like to talk, and that's why I came on YouTube in the first place. Didn't really know if people would sort of, and the people have always said they like me because I sit down and talk to the camera like this. It's like getting a cup of coffee with your mate and talking to your mate. I don't sit like right over there, sort of thing. Earthquakes, let me see what you've been saying. Earthquakes, volcano activity, sinkhole cracks. Yeah, the sun is too bright and it's burning the skin. Yeah, the plant life has gone. Plant life, something is very wrong with the sun. Well, we can go down them rabbit holes with the sun and the moon, and there's all this stuff going on. That's why it's exciting, because it's like, are we going to find out about all these, things that have been covered up for time? It's getting exciting, people. Buckle up. Sit back and watch the show, or enjoy the show, I should say. Yeah, I don't know. Heaven on earth is coming to be a more peaceful place. Sorry, it's like the Mayor of London keeps saying our way with, what's going on over in the UK at the minute with this city life in London. Oh, it's part of city life. No, it isn't, Can. No, it isn't. It's not. The world isn't meant to be like that. It's not meant to be like that. When you're pumping out stuff, yeah, I've heard about the new solar age, yeah. When you're pumping stuff out in the media to people who sit brainwashed watching TV, sticking their head in phones, pumping out like in Hollywood and singing about, these rappers singing about killing people, this, that, and the other. That's where people get it in the brains from. It shouldn't be like that. Only psychopathic people think evil things and stuff like that. If we didn't have all this stuff pumping out and brainwashing our generation and our kids higher, no, they wouldn't be acting out like that. It's purposely man-made. As in, if anyone's on here and you haven't seen Q, the plan to save the world, I suggest you go and tap it in YouTube now and go and watch it. But I'm going to go now because it is nearly bedtime for me. It's late anyway, but I had a rest because I've been so tired. If anyone knows, it is very draining when you come on YouTube and you're searching and you're doing live streaming. And I've been on every night, I think. So give me some credit, people. Oh yeah, I've heard about the Mayan calendar. I've heard about all that stuff, all the pyramids and all that. Everything's been hidden, lied upon to keep us knowing what the truth is. I know about Harp and CERN are true. Yeah, I know about them. It's just bonkers. It is all on. All that is on here as well. Get this off eBay, people. The QAnon canvas map. I think you can download it as well. I've had mine for months. The more you look on it, the more you're like, oh wow. I'll tell you what the funny thing on this map is as well, which really makes me laugh, is It says hashtag Tyler, but the only thing that makes me laugh about that is my eldest son is actually called Tyler. It just makes me laugh. I know Tyler's to do with something else, but it just makes me laugh. Can't see. The House of Senate, can't see that. The House of Senate passed a bill that the government can't use the weather as a weapon, meaning they have down it. Do you mean they've got rid of it? It's just brilliant. What does that mean now? I can't remember. Yeah, I probably am. Um, but yeah, it's just I'm trying to look if there's something on here that's popping out. Where we go, one we go, I'll see you across the soapbox pond. Well, I won't be in there tonight because I've been on trying to splash it all out there. For those of you who've seen me in there trying to put this out, trying to say about the name Vincent and what it means, conquering dark and all that. But like I said, where we go, one we go. Like I said, do the numerology, guys. It's really interesting. Even if you think, what's she talking about? Just do it and it'll blow you away. And I'm free tomorrow because I've not got the kids, so I'll probably be on here yakking away of something else that I've found. So hopefully I'll sleep because this is starting to get really, really good. I think if we don't hear from Q or R or whatever, because what everyone's waiting for before we go is a validation off Q on a Q drop. But to me, we've had a validation because it is on the back of Vincent's aka JFK Jr.'s Trumpmobile on his number plate, because that said about the resurrection of JFK Jr. at 58 years old. That means it's happening this year. I don't know when it's happening this year. And it was 17, which is Q. That is a validation for me that that is what Q is saying, but I'm sure it will come out in a drop, and that's what some people are waiting for. But I guess we'll see. If it's not, if it something doesn't happen this week, it's definitely going to be next week. Things have got to definitely happen before the end of July because we know there was a post, or we've been talking about July. So yeah, so I'll see you all soon. Go and do the numerology and numberology or whatever it's called, and it's still on 18.8 now, it just makes me laugh. So I'll see you soon, and from wherever you're from. And, you know, I'm just trying to help people. I go in soapbox, but I think someone knows over there, but they're not putting it out yet because, I don't know, maybe they're putting a big thing together. Maybe they've been told off. I don't know, but I'll see you soon. It's 17. See you soon. Bye.